Hi, I'm Hannah, pronoun she, her. I work for Bath Mind and I chair the Neurodiversity group. It's Neurodiversity Celebration week, so I thought I would do a little video and talk to you about some ideas of things that you can do if you're living with neurodiversity. Maybe you are waiting for an assessment, maybe you've got a diagnosis, maybe you suspect, but you don't want to go down the route of assessment. Doesn't really matter. The thing is, there's lots that you can do if you've got traits of neurodiversity and you want to live a better life and cope with the challenges of having what I like to think of as my neurospicy brain, without medication. Okay, so first thing to say is, if you can, shed the shame, shed the blame, shed the stigma. Admit that there's things that you find difficult that maybe other people seem to find easy, or that society has told you should be easy. If they're not easy for you, so what? Yeah, you can come up with strategies and ways to help yourself. So I'm going to talk to you about a few of the strategies that I use and that I have, from talking to other people, have come across and that other people find helpful. I got 5 of them, and the first one is a really simple one. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you tired? They're things that if you've got small children, they might be foremost in your mind if your 3-year-old has a meltdown. But if you're feeling dysregulated, they're 3 things that it's really worth asking yourself. Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Are you tired? My big problem is remembering to drink enough water. So I'll go through the day, I'll get to bedtime, I'll realise I'm thirsty, I'll down a pint of water, and then in the middle of the night I need a wee, and then there's the sleep gone out the window as well. It's so much easier to function if you get hydration, nutrition and sleep right. Okay, so suggestion number 2, delegate. So there are some tasks in life that society tells us are simple, are mundane, are easy, that we should be able to do. But sometimes our skills lie elsewhere. So I have literally stood in my kitchen and cried because the people in my house have said that they want feeding again. And I'm thinking, I fed you today. But 3, 4, 5 hours have gone past and they are hungry, and yeah, I don't want to do it. And sometimes it has to be done. Unfortunately, in my house, I'm the only person that seems to be able to cook. I don't know how I get around that one, but you might have someone in your life that is better at some of those simple things than you are. So I've heard of people who might forward emails to their partner puts the reminders in the diary, and they don't have to do that thing that is, you just need to, I hate that phrase, you just need to put the reminder in your diary. Well, if that is beyond your capability, then saying you just need to is a stick to beat yourself with. Okay, so suggestion number 3. Now, this might be a bit controversial and it might not be an option for everyone, but you could look at paying someone to do the things that you can't. So, yeah, it might be outside of what you can do, but I feel some shame about this. Okay, I have a cleaner. My cleaner comes for 3 hours a fortnight. By paying for that, my house stays tidy and I can work full time and take care of my kids, and my house is livable with. So it feels like a worthwhile investment, if that makes sense. You might be great at tidying, but maybe, there's a way of outsourcing something like laundry. Or it might be that if you paid for coaching sessions, or something to do with mowing your lawn, doing the garden, or a decluttering service. There's lots of ways in which, if you've got some money to do it, you can help yourself. Okay, so One that maybe is more relevant to the ADHDers among us, we crave novelty. Something new and shiny comes along and we say yes. And we say yes to too many things. And then we get overwhelmed. And sometimes it's like a cycle of boom and bust. So my suggestion number 4 is just say no. Learning to say no. It might hurt you a little bit to say, I don't want to do that. Well, you do want to do it, don't you? You want to do it, but if you say no to it, you've got a bit more energy to do the next exciting thing. So a really key skill to living well with a neurodivergent brain is learning to let some of the things go. Okay, so final one, and the one that I probably use most, is making things visible in my life. So for my brain, for a lot of neurodivergent brains, out of sight, out of mind, it's more than just a cliche. So what I have adopted as one of my strategies is wall planners. My kitchen, the decor is not beautiful because I have got a huge 3-month planner calendar on my wall. And I update that with things like my working shifts. Anything big that's coming up, birthdays, stuff I need to remember. It's there at a glance and I can look at it and I see it every time I'm in that kitchen despairing about what I'm going to cook for dinner. I can see that planner, I can see what I need to do. I also have a weekly planner that's got a column for each person in the family. I've got a shopping list that's up on the wall. And then a weekly meal planner, because cooking, yeah. But if I know, when I go into the kitchen, I know, okay, it's pasta tonight. I haven't got to stand at the fridge and go, well, what is there? What am I going to do? So that helps me a load. So my job later on when my grocery delivery comes will be to look at the best before dates and work out what we're having each day. So for me, it's planners. For other people, it might be like, I've heard some people say my fridge is the place where salad goes to die because you put it in the veg drawer in the bottom of the fridge and it just slowly goes squishy. So what I've heard some people do is they don't put their salad in the drawer at the bottom. They put their salad in the door. They put their jars in the bottom. So you open the door there, you can see the lettuce. Other tips might be you write a list of what's in the cupboard and you tape it to the door of the cupboard, but just making things visible so that you don't forget that they exist. I will never have a minimalist life. I've got my head around that. That's 5 things that work really well for me. It would be great to hear if anyone's got any other tips that they'd like to share. Okay, thanks very much.